So how does the Hulk actually get to Earth in Avengers Infinity War? As far as we do know from the trailers and everything else we've seen, from footage that's actually already been released from Infinity War, we do know that Bruce Banner actually does make it to Earth. And at the end of Thor Ragnarok, the Hulk is actually still on that Asgardian ship that all of Asgard is on as well. So how does he actually get from the Asgardian ship to Earth in Avengers Infinity War? I'm going to be breaking this down into my theory, so if you guys want to hear my opinion on this, make sure you guys definitely stay tuned. How's it going, Webheads? My name is Ryan Walsh, and if you guys like the Marvel Cinematic Universe and Avengers Infinity War, definitely consider subscribing below so you guys get plenty more videos just like this one. Also, make sure you guys definitely consider turning on that bell notification so you guys can keep up to date with all my latest uploads. Also, make sure you guys definitely smash that like button if you guys like this video, and of course, comment below your thoughts. How do you guys think the Hulk is actually going to get to Earth in Infinity War? Do you guys think Thanos is going to throw him out of the ship? Do you think the Space Stone is going to somehow teleport him? Or do you think there's another way he's actually going to get to Earth? Let me know down in the comments below. I want to hear all of your opinions on this, but with all that out of the way, let's get in the video, Webheads. So I've been watching a lot of videos online lately, basically about how Hulk is really just going to be getting to Earth in Infinity War, and I really want to talk about my theory on this and touch upon what I truly think is going to happen, how Hulk is actually going to get from that Asgardian ship when Thanos attacks it to actually crashing into the Sanctum and actually getting on Earth and warning all the Avengers about Thanos' arrival to Earth. So I'm going to be breaking down my theory and kind of also going over some other theories as well that have been surfacing online, what other people think as well. So of course, I've heard a bunch of times online that people actually think that is Thanos and the Black Order just going to invade that Asgardian ship, kill a bunch of Asgardians, Valkyrie, Hiemdall, Korg, and Meek, all of them are going to get most of the Asgardians escaping off of that ship, and then Thor and Hulk are actually left to deal with the Black Order and Thanos himself. So that's what I've really heard a bunch of people say, and then of course, Thor and Hulk are actually going to lose against the Black Order and Thanos, and Hulk is actually going to be really scared of Thanos and his power and understand how powerful he actually is, and actually be impressed by him and respect him because he can actually take on Hulk and Thor at the same time and still win. So a lot of people are thinking that Thor and Hulk are actually going to get thrown off the Asgardian ship. That is the most common theory that I've heard, and Loki is going to die on the Asgardian ship. Hulk is going to be the first one thrown off the ship, and Thor is actually going to be held by Thanos watching Loki get killed, and I can't agree more with that theory right there. I think actually Thor is going to be held against his will, watching the Black Order actually kill Loki. I think this is where Loki is going to die. I've said it before, I think Loki's going to die at this point because you don't really see him anywhere else in the movie, and Thor is going to have to actually watch his brother get killed. And that's pretty dark, and it definitely makes sense of why Thor is going to have the motivation to actually go after Thanos and the Black Order after all of this happens. And then of course, after Thor watches Loki get killed, then Thanos is going to take Thor and throw him out into space. And so far, I kind of agree with some things that happen in this theory. Of course, I do think that Loki is going to get killed by the Black Order, but the thing is, I actually think Hiemdall is going to get killed as well. I think Hiemdall is going to be there to protect Asgard. I don't think he's going to escape the ship at all, and I actually think that a lot of Asgardians are going to die, if not almost all of them, except for probably like characters like Korg and Valkyrie. They're probably going to escape, but I think most of the Asgardians are actually going to die, and I think that Thor actually is going to be stripped from his power. I think that Thor actually is not going to have as much power as he probably does because his power actually comes from Asgard. But this is actually why I think he goes to get a new weapon with the Guardians. I think he goes to get a new weapon because he's stripped of most of his power. Only a couple Asgardians are still alive, so probably he's much weaker than he usually is. And so, by doing that, obviously he has to go and get a new hammer. And that's why I think he's getting a new hammer in the movie, and I think that hammer alone, especially if you look at the first Thor movie, it explains that the power actually comes from the hammer as well. So when he gets a new hammer forged by the dwarves, he's actually getting his full power back. So he's going to have obviously the lightning he's got, and he also has his hammer. So I think that's when he's going to have his full power. But really onto the Hulk here, I don't think Hulk is just going to get thrown out into space. I don't think that makes sense at all. I do think that he is going to get beaten up by Thanos, and I think it's going to be like Thor versus the Black Order, and then I think it's going to be Thanos versus the Hulk. And when Thanos actually takes on the Hulk, he beats him like nothing. I think Thanos is going to beat the Hulk like nothing, and then I actually think that Loki is going to teleport the Hulk to Earth to warn everybody that it's coming. That's right, I think Loki's actually going to have a good moment in this. I think Loki's the one to actually teleport the Hulk there, because he obviously has a space stone, and he probably is like, you know what, I know this guy's bad and I'm definitely not with him. I think Loki is not going to be with Thanos. I think Loki actually is going to be for his brother, and he's going to give up the Tesseract just to spare Thor. But then of course Thanos kind of turns it around, and Thor is actually being held by his head right in this scene, and he's actually watching Loki get killed. Thanos is thinking, I'm not going to kill your brother, I'm going to kill you, and then I'm going to throw your brother out into space so he can just die. And that's what's actually going to happen to all of the characters and Hulk. So I gave a little bit more in this theory, where literally this entire thing actually gets broken down. This entire Asgardian ship scene is actually going to happen. This is what's going to happen, I believe. So it's not just a Hulk theory, I guess it's kind of everything at once. But the big thing is really Hulk and how he actually gets off the ship, because it wouldn't make sense to just have him floating in space, because one, if he actually turns back to Bruce Banner, he would die. He would suffocate and die probably. And it wouldn't really make sense that he actually landed on Earth unless they're like right around Earth, but they're not. They're like over by Asgard. So they're light years away from Earth, so it makes no sense that he would actually be getting thrown to Earth. That doesn't make sense at all. So he has to get teleported there, and there's only one thing that can actually teleport him, and that right there is the Space Stone itself. So that's what I think Loki uses it for, and he actually has the Hulk get teleported to Earth. And maybe Loki actually wasn't even doing this out of the good of his heart. Maybe he actually was doing this because Hulk actually got angry and he lost all control, and then he saw Loki and remembered, this is a bad guy, I gotta smash him. So maybe that's what's going on, and then Loki teleports him to Earth just because he doesn't want to deal with the Hulk. But I think he's actually gonna fight Thanos in this, because Mark Ruffalo has come out and said that Hulk is actually going to fear Thanos. So I think that's what makes the most sense in this situation, and I think this is actually going to happen. But guys, what do you guys think about this? What do you guys think of my theory? Do you think Hulk is actually going to get teleported to Earth by Loki? Let me know down in the comments below. I want to hear all of your opinions on this. Make sure you guys definitely smash that like button if you guys like this video, and of course definitely consider subscribing below so you guys get more videos on all this stuff with Avengers Infinity War and all that kind of stuff. Also, make sure you guys definitely consider turning on that notification bell so you guys can keep up to date with all my latest uploads. But thank you guys very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Bye-bye. Alrighty, Webheads, if you guys like this video and you guys want to see more, definitely consider subscribing right over here to Webhead so you guys get plenty of videos on all the stuff on Avengers Infinity War and Avengers 4 coming out on the channel. Definitely consider turning on that notification bell. Also, make sure you guys definitely check out my social media links in the description below so you guys can follow me on various social media networks, and check out the 2 videos below me. I think you guys would really enjoy. But thank you guys very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Bye.